Welcome to 101 Essays that will change the way you think. This series isn't just motivation, it's mental rewiring. In each episode, I'll share one powerful essay, one idea, one shift in perspective. Don't just listen, reflect, question, and apply it to your own life. Because if one essay can change the way you think, imagine what 101 can do. Let's get into it. Subconscious behaviors that are keeping you from having the life you want. Every generation has a monoculture of sorts, a governing pattern or system of beliefs that people unconsciously accept as truth. It's easy to identify the monoculture of Germany in the 1930s or America in 1776. It's clear what people at those times, in those places, accepted to be good and true, even when in reality that was certainly not always the case. The objectivity required to see the effects of present monoculture is very difficult to develop. Once you have so deeply accepted an idea as truth, it no longer registers as cultural or subjective. So much of our inner turmoil is the result of living a life we don't inherently desire, only because we accepted an inner narrative of normal and ideal, without ever realizing it. The fundamentals of any given monoculture tend to revolve around what we should be living for: nation, religion, self, etc., and there are a number of ways in which our current system holds us back as we try to move forward. Here are 8 of the most pervasive. 1. You believe that creating your best life is a matter of deciding what you want and then going after it, but in reality, you are psychologically incapable of accurately predicting what will make you happy. Your brain can only reference what it already knows, so when you choose what you want for the future, you're actually just recreating a solution or ideal from the past. When things don't work out the way you expected, you assume you've failed, only because you didn't recreate something familiar. In reality, you likely created something better but unfamiliar, and your brain misinterpreted it as bad. Moral: living in the moment isn't a lofty spiritual ideal, it's the only way to live without illusion. 2. You extrapolate your entire life from the present moment because you believe success is a destination you arrive at. You constantly try to take a snapshot of your life and decide whether you're happy yet. You believe any single moment represents the whole. But everything is transitory, there's nowhere to arrive. The only thing you're rushing toward is death. Success isn't accomplishing goals, it's how much you expand in the process. 3. You assume that when following your gut instincts, happiness is good, and fear or pain is bad. When you pursue something meaningful, you will feel fear and vulnerability. Bad feelings aren't always deterrents. They're often signals that something is important. If you truly didn't care, you'd feel indifferent. Fear equals interest. 4. You create unnecessary problems or crises because you're afraid of actually living your life. Drama becomes an avoidance tactic. It distracts you from being vulnerable or accountable. You're never upset for the reason you think. At the core is fear of being who you are and living what you truly want. 5. You think changing your beliefs is about adopting new thoughts rather than having new experiences. A belief becomes real through experience. If you want to change your life, change your beliefs. If you want to change your beliefs, go have experiences that make them undeniable, not the other way around. 6. You think problems are roadblocks when they're actually pathways. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Problems force you to respond, adapt, and grow. They are catalysts, not barriers. 7. You think your past defines you, and worse, that it's unchangeable. Your perception of the past changes as you change. Every memory has multiple dimensions. What you recall reflects your present state of mind. Evolution isn't erasing pain, it's being able to see how it shaped you rather than stopped you. 8. You try to change others or complain about them when anger is actually self-recognition. Most negative reactions are your subconscious identifying disowned parts of yourself. The traits you dislike in others are often the traits you have suppressed within yourself. The things you love in others are reflections of what you love within you. And that's all for now. See you in the next part.